What if I told you that there's a letter sitting out there, waiting for you, and it could mean thousands of pounds in financial support? Would you ignore it or take action? If you're over 65 and born before 1959, there's a very important message from the Department for Work and Pensions, DWP, that you need to hear. But here's the catch: most pensioners aren't even aware of it. Have you received any letter from the DWP recently? No? Well, don't be fooled, because it might be on the way. And if you do get one, you might want to read it carefully, as it could be worth over £4,200 in support you may be entitled to. But wait, are you really eligible for this financial boost? Do you know how to claim it? Could this be the lifeline that helps you cover those ever-increasing bills and makes life a little easier? Or is it too good to be true? Well, I'm here to tell you that it's not. But here's the thing. Many pensioners are missing out simply because they don't know what's available to them. If you've ever wondered if there's more help you could be getting, or if you think you've already claimed everything you're entitled to, this video might just surprise you. What if the government's offering you a chance to claim benefits you didn't know existed? How much difference could that make to your monthly income? But here's the twist: some people are letting these letters pile up without even opening them, thinking it's just junk mail. Is that you? Or do you know someone who might be ignoring this vital message? You could be leaving money on the table, and trust me, that's money you could use right now. Stay tuned, because in the next few minutes, we'll dive deep into this important update from the DWP, and I'll walk you through everything you need to know to make sure you're not missing out. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. I'm David, and I'm about to share something that could change the way you look at your financial future. Don't go anywhere if you're just joining us. You may be wondering why I'm emphasizing so much on a letter from the Department for Work and Pensions, DWP, that could change your financial future. Well, let me tell you, if you were born before 1959, there's a real chance that you're missing out on over £4,200 in financial support that you're entitled to. But here's the thing: this support is not just some small, insignificant amount of money. It's a life-changing sum that could make a huge difference in your daily life. How many of you have struggled to keep up with the rising cost of living? Or face challenges paying your bills, buying essentials, or just having enough left at the end of the month for a little extra? It's no secret that many pensioners across the UK are living on a fixed income, and sometimes that income just doesn't stretch as far as it needs to. That's where pension credit comes into play. It's a benefit from the government designed to make sure you don't have to struggle financially just because you've retired. And yet, shockingly, many pensioners don't claim this benefit, even when they are fully eligible for it. I'll explain exactly why that's happening in just a moment, but first, let's get into how pension credit works and why the letter from the DWP is so important. Pension credit is a form of financial assistance for pensioners who have low incomes. It's essentially designed to top up your weekly income to a certain guaranteed level. For single pensioners, this means you should receive a minimum of £218.15 per week. If you're in a couple, you're guaranteed at least £332.95 per week. You might be thinking, David, I already get my pension, so why do I need to apply for this extra money? Well, that's the point. This money is there to help cover essential living costs, things like food, utilities, and daily expenses. For many of you, it could be the difference between getting by comfortably and really struggling to make ends meet. What's also important to know is that pension credit can act as a gateway to other forms of financial assistance. It's not just the £4,200 or more you could be receiving directly. If you're eligible for pension credit, you could also be entitled to housing benefit, which helps with your rent if you're renting a property. This could save you hundreds of pounds a year on your rent alone. You might also qualify for a council tax reduction, which could lower or completely eliminate your council tax payments. These are both big expenses for many pensioners, and having that extra help can make a real difference in your budget. But that's not all. If you qualify for pension credit, you may also be entitled to free dental care, eye tests, and help with travel costs to and from medical appointments. If you're living on a fixed income, this kind of support could help reduce your day-to-day expenses significantly. And for those of you who live in areas that experience extreme cold weather, you could even qualify for cold weather payments. This helps with heating costs when temperatures drop below a certain level. There's also a free TV license for those over 75, which is another expense that can add up over time. And guess what? Pension credit can help you get that too. So, why are so many pensioners missing out on this incredible support? Well, there are a few reasons, and most of them come down to a simple lack of awareness. The government has been working hard to get the word out to pensioners about pension credit, and that's why you might have received, or will soon receive, a letter from the DWP. But unfortunately, many people are ignoring these letters, assuming they don't need the help or thinking that they are not eligible. Maybe you've received a letter before and just tossed it aside without giving it a second thought. After all, who really has time to deal with all that paperwork, right? But let me tell you something important: if you qualify for pension credit, you need to claim it. The government isn't just sending out these letters for fun. They are making a genuine effort to reach out and make sure pensioners are getting the financial support they deserve. So when you receive that letter, don't ignore it. Don't think it's just another piece of junk mail. Take a moment to read it carefully and check whether you're eligible. Even if you think you're doing okay with your income, you might still be eligible for pension credit. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. David, I've worked hard all my life. I paid my taxes, I worked my pension, and I've got enough to get by. I don't want to be a burden on the system. I get it. But here's the thing: pension credit is there for people just like you, who've worked hard their whole lives and now need a little extra support. It's not about being a burden. It's about making sure you can live your retirement with dignity and peace of mind, without worrying about whether you can pay your next bill. Let's talk a little more about how to apply for pension credit, because I know many of you may feel overwhelmed or confused about the process. But let me reassure you, applying for pension credit is not as difficult as it might seem. There are 3 main ways to apply: online, by phone, or by post. The easiest and fastest way is to apply online through the official government.uk website. It's a simple form that guides you through the process step by step. You'll need a few details, like your national insurance number, your bank details, and information about your income and savings. If you're comfortable using the internet, this is the quickest way to get your application submitted. If you don't want to apply online or need some help, you can also apply by phone. You can call the pension credit claim line, and a representative will walk you through the application process. They'll help you fill out the forms and make sure you have everything you need. For those of you who prefer traditional paper forms, don't worry, you can still apply by post. You just need to request a paper application form, fill it out at your own pace, and send it back in the mail. This option might take a little longer because of postal delays, but it's still a perfectly valid way to apply. Now, here's a critical piece of advice: don't wait. The sooner you apply, the sooner you can start receiving the support that's available to you. You never know how much financial help you might qualify for, and it could make a huge difference in your monthly budget. But of course, there are scammers out there who are trying to take advantage of people, especially older adults. So, I need to give you a heads up about potential fraud. If you get a letter, phone call, or email claiming to be from the DWP but it seems suspicious, do not give out any personal information. The DWP will never ask for your bank details or national insurance number in an unsolicited message. If you're unsure whether a communication is legitimate, don't respond to it directly. Instead, contact the DWP using the official contact details from their website or the letter you received. Stay vigilant and always verify before you share any personal information. So, to sum it all up, if you're over 65 and born before 1959, there's a very real chance that you're entitled to pension credit, which could mean an extra £4,200 or more a year, plus other benefits like reduced council tax, help with NHS costs, and even a free TV license. But you have to take action and claim it. Don't ignore that letter from the DWP. Open it, read it carefully, and take the steps to apply. This is money that's rightfully yours and could make your retirement much more comfortable. If you've made it this far in the video, I hope you're now fully aware of what's available to you. The government is actively reaching out to make sure you get the support you deserve, but you have to act. So, check your eligibility, apply today, and make sure you're getting everything you're entitled to. Remember, it's never too late to claim what's yours. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone you think might benefit from this information.